Hi all, my name is Sarah Roberts, and for my formative assessment technology, I chose IXL. It's something I use almost daily in our classroom. Um, Sometimes as just like a little check-in to see where we're at, and sometimes as a summative assessment at the end of a big lesson or a couple of lessons or even a chapter. So as I go through, I'm going to kind of discuss the keys and how they relate to the skill, and then I'm also going to show where you can find it and what it looks like on actual IXL. So the first key that we are going to discuss is key 3, which is sound design. Um, there are various types of questions built into IXL dependent on the skill. So this is something available for all subject areas, math, science, social studies, and ELA. And it's open for grades K to 12. So obviously on the younger ends, kindergarten, ELA is going to have a certain type of question, while 12th grade calculus is going to have a different type of answer choice. But overall, it is typically each skill has one type of answer choice. Sometimes near the higher end, it opens up. But if it starts as an open-ended, it typically stays open-ended the whole time. If it starts multiple choice, it typically stays multiple choice the whole time. But it allows them to get comfortable and practice that. IXL is also aligned with various curriculums, again, in different subject matters. In math alone, I think it's aligned to about 15 different major curriculums used. So in our school, we use Envision Savas. And IXL has already gone in, looked through the curriculum, looked at each chapter, at each lesson, and has found certain skills that will go hand in hand with what we're learning. So it's very seamless in what we're doing in class and what they're practicing on their own. And then finally, the questions build with difficulty as the students progress. So if they're getting the questions right pretty quickly, the questions are getting a little bit harder as they go through. If it notices students are struggling or getting a lot of questions wrong, it's going to kind of stay at the bottom level and encourage them to get that understanding before progressing to a more difficult skill. Right? So in IXL, like I said, there's different types of questions. So here's 3 different. For the unit rate, it's like a fill in the blank. For the proportion question, it's multiple choice, yes or no. And then on the side over here, it's an opportunity to graph the relationship. So it gives them a situation they have to actually go on and graph the points and create the line. And throughout, it's pretty consistent with each skill. So this whole skill was pretty much all fill in the blank. As it got harder, it may have been phrased differently, but it was all fill in the blank. Same at the bottom, and same here. And as I said, it's aligned. So this is for 7th grade. I can go in. Lesson 1.1. These 2 are major ones that go hand in hand with what we're doing. So absolute value and opposite integers. I can easily access it and add that to my students. They also give some extras that might be used to build onto the skill that we're learning in lesson 1.1. And they have it broken down for each chapter, each lesson. It's amazing. All right. As for formative usefulness, the questions are graded in real time so students can track their progress, see what they're getting right, what they're getting wrong, and they can see on the side how long it's taken them, how many questions, and so on. If a question is incorrect, though, it will pop up on the next screen giving the correct answer. It also gives a description of how to get the right answer, what you're supposed to do. And then it also has a video that students can click and watch to see how to actually complete the question so that they can try another one and hopefully be more successful. This is not something I usually use as a partner exercise, but there are students that understand certain skills pretty quickly, and I allow them to help their peers get through that skill. Since each question is different for each student, they're not able to quote unquote cheat, but they're able to help. It helps that student build their confidence in helping others. And sometimes students do better hearing it from their peers rather than their teachers. So just to show some of those things, this is a student view of working on this skill and unit rates. If they type it incorrect, they can see they just got 10 points in one question. They can see that. If they get it wrong, like I said, it shows what the correct answer is, what you put, so you can see I accidentally put 4 instead of 5. Just a reminder of what a unit rate is to kind of help them and how you get that answer. And up top, there's a nice little video, again, that just kind of walks through it. After reading that, taking notes, see my answer, my score go up again. So it kind of gives that students that drive. I have noticed that a lot of the students that take the time to read that explanation and watch that video are more successful in this skill. And then finally, for key 5 of effective communication, teachers are able to see in real time student progress in each skill. So I can see who each student, where they're at, how many they got right, how many they got wrong, what they put in. So I can see that they put in 4 instead of 5, and how much time they spent on each question. It's a good jumping point to pull small groups. So if I see certain students struggling, I'll have them come back and we'll work on some of the problems together. There is an option for what's called a group jam, and all of us can work on the same exact problem, help each other out, build a couple confidence, and then once they feel like they're more comfortable, let them go out and try it on their own. So here's a screenshot of what a live classroom looks like. I can see each of my students, who they are. I can see the skill that they're working on. So if they're not working on the right one, I can get them to help. I can see how many they got right in the green and red. So 11 questions. It looks like they were strong in the beginning, and then they kind of fell off. They're at 38, and it turned orange because IXL is picking up that they're really struggling with this skill. While down below, I can see, they made some errors, but overall, they're understanding it. So overall, this skill this tool has a lot of pros, things that can help us and the students. And there are some areas where it can improve, but overall, I do hope it helps our students and helps them be self-aware and can build upon themselves. All right. Can't wait to hear about everyone else's tools. Thank you.